Next, we will discuss about anticoagulant obtained from the marine sources. So basically, these are the polysaccharide which are obtained from the marine alga that acts as anticoagulant. First compound is sulfated galactant obtained from the Iridia laminarides, which shows anticoagulant activity. Second compound is carrageenan, already discussed in as a classical drug agent. So it also shows anticoagulant activity by in vitro. It shows in vitro inactivation of the thrombin. So basically, this shows activity by inactivating the thrombin. Third drug is molecule is fucoidan, which is isolated from the brown alga Fucus vesiculosus. It shows anticoagulant activity by antithrombin effect, and that effect is mediated through heparin cofactor 2. Here you can see the complex structure of the fucoidan, complex polysaccharide structure, that is actually the fructan derivatives. Next class of drugs are cardiovascular agents, which are obtained from marine sources. Basically, here we will discuss about certain drug that shows direct cardiotonic activity. That means that enhance the force of contraction of a heart, regularize the rhythm of the heart. We also discuss about the hypotensive or antihypertensive drug, and some other drugs that regularize the effect of the adrenergic and cholinergic effect on heart. So first drug is anthropleurin, which is actually a peptide obtained from the coelenterate animal Anthopleura xanthogrammica. Anthropleurin A and B is very important, and anthropleurin C is obtained from the Anthopleura elegantissima. It shows positive ionotropic effect. Basically, its effect is not mediated like blocking the sodium potassium ATPase pump. That effect is actually shown by the digitoxin or digoxin or digitalis glycosides. But here the drug is actually shows extracellular voltage gated sodium channel blocking. So it blocks the extracellular site of the voltage gated sodium channel. It doesn't interfere with the sodium potassium ATPase. So it shows more activity than digoxin, and along with less toxic. So here you can see the beautiful green color coelenterate Anthopleura xanthogrammica. Next compound is obtained from this particular Pacific hackfish, that is Iptratius stouti, and the compound is iptratrain, which is obtained from the aneural bronchial heart of Pacific hackfish Iptratius stouti. It shows potent cardiac stimulant activity, and it directly acts on mammalian myocardium or heart muscle by epinephrine production. Next category of drug molecule is laminin. Laminin is amino acid obtained from marine algae Laminaria angustata. It is basically a kind of brown algae. It shows potent hypotensive effect, and that effect may be mediated through the ganglion blocking. Next is obtained from the octopus, D-octopamine, which is amine from found in the salivary gland of Octopus vulgaris, Octopus macropus. It shows adrenergic effect on the cardiac muscle. Saxitoxin is another compound which is obtained from this butter clam, Saxidomus gigantimus. It shows hypotensive effect by selective sodium channel blocking effect. Next, another beautiful compound is autonomium. Autonomium, here you can see the structure of autonomium, and you can find the similar structure, the structural similarity with acetylcholine and norepinephrine. You can find this similarity, norepinephrine, and this portion is for acetylcholine. So we call it actually isosteric structure. So autonomium is obtained from the Verongia fistularis, having isosteric structure. That means the similar structure with adrenaline and acetylcholine, both the structure similarity is observed, just to be observed. So it produces both the alpha beta adrenergic and acetylcholine effect on the heart. So it actually balances the effect of adrenaline and acetylcholine in the heart and ultimately regularize the function of heart. ATX2, which is obtained from sea anemone, which shows cardiotonic activity. Next compound is holothurine and astarosaponin. These are the saponin obtained from the sea cucumber and also obtained from the starfish. So holothurine also shows positive ionotropic effect on the heart, that is actually cardiotonic effect on the heart that enhance the cardiac muscle contraction and regularize the heartbeat. Spongocin, which is obtained from the Cryptotheria crypta, it reduces the heart rate. Next category of compounds are anti-inflammatory compound, which are obtained from the marine source. So first, anti-inflammatory compound that prevent or that reduces the inflammation. This compound is pseudopterosin, which is a diterpene glycoside obtained from the Caribbean octocoral, and it shows anti-inflammatory activity. In vitro anti-inflammatory activity is actually the inflammatory activity compared with the indomethacin. So it shows anti-inflammatory activity which is compared with the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug indomethacin in vitro. Some marine biindole, you can see the marine biindole obtained from the Rivularia pharma, that also shows anti-inflammatory activity. Another compound is manolide, which is actually a kind of a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug obtained from the Lupharella variabilis sponge, and it prevents the phosphokinase A. By preventing phosphokinase A, it shows anti-inflammatory activity. In this discussion, the last category of drug we will discuss as a novel agent, that are prostaglandin. Prostaglandin is a kind of a compound which has a variable bioactive role or physiological role in mammals, and these are considered as a equinoside compound. So basically two prostaglandin, that is prostaglandin E and prostaglandin F2 alpha, which basically shows oxytocic effect, and that stimulates the uterine muscle, prevent the postpartum bleeding, and delivery of the that helps in the delivery of child by inducing the labor pain. So that is actually obtained from 15-APPGA2, which is in high amount present in a particular marine soft coral, that is Plexura homomalla. So these three compounds are isolated from the Plexura homomalla. PGA2 is also obtained from the algae Gracilaria, isolated from the Gracilaria. So in this discussion, we have seen the definition of marine pharmacognosy, its importance, problems associated with the marine pharmacognosy. We also discussed the classical agent obtained from the marine pharmacognosy. We discussed a novel antiviral, cytotoxic, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, anticoagulant, cardioactive agent, and prostaglandin drugs from the marine sources. And we also seen that some of the drugs shows potent activity and some may shows the potent activity, but due to the high toxicity that are not further available in market. So this is all about the marine pharmacognosy. Thank you and happy learning.